Chapter 54. Tier 2 Alchemist. I don't even know what Bayun Academy is. What kind of recruitment are you attending? Nye Tian couldn't help laughing. Bayun Academy, the #1 martial arts academy of the Blue Cloud Empire, will enroll students in 3 days. But Nye Tian didn't know anything, even the name of Bayun Academy had just been heard. It stands to reason that Bayun Academy has a great reputation in the Blue Cloud Empire, so Nye Tian should know about it. It is a pity that Mojang City is too remote, and it is separated by the Liayun mountain range, so the news is blocked a lot. Xiaolinger's beautiful eyes flashed, and she suddenly asked, "Then you know now, do you want to participate in Bayun's recruitment?" Nye Tian froze for a moment, then shook his head with a smile. Although Bayun Academy is a sacred place of martial arts in the eyes of others, it is nothing in his eyes. When Nye Tian came to Blue Cloud City, he naturally had his plans, and he didn't want to participate in any college enrollment. "Are you not interested in Bayun Academy?" Xiaolings looked stunned. In her opinion, Bayun Academy is the supreme existence in her heart, but Nye Tian still looks like he doesn't care, which is impressive. Incomprehensible. "I'm not interested." Nye Tian chuckled. "Sister Linger." At this time, Nye Yuro came out holding Xiaoguai, looked at Xiaolinger, and said proudly, "Brother Nye Tian is a 4th-rank alchemist, and our elder grandpa is no match for Brother Nye Tian." 4th-rank alchemist. Xiaoshan and Xiaolinger froze at the same time, looking at Nye Tian in surprise, as if they were looking at a monster. Nye Tian looked only 16 years old. If he was a 4th-tier alchemist, he would be a monster. Nye Yuro didn't know what a 4th-tier alchemist meant, but she just heard what Nye Wenyuan said, so she remembered it. Nye Tian smiled awkwardly and said, "You don't want to take Yuro's nonsense." Nye Tian didn't want to be treated as a monster by others, and his current strength is limited, so it's best not to show his edge too much. "Brother Nye Tian, Router didn't talk nonsense," the elder grandpa told Roar himself. Nye Yuro defended seriously with a small face. Nye Tian said seriously, "Yuro, the elder is lying to you. In the future, you must remember that you can't tell anyone. Do you understand?" "Oh." Nye Yuro thought that Nye Tian was angry. She lowered her head and said, "Brother Nye Tian won't let Router say anything, and Router won't say anything." Xiaoshan and Xiaolinger looked at each other. It was obvious that Nye Tian was hiding something. "Sister Router, what is the strength of your grandpa?" Xiaolings asked suddenly with a twinkle in her beautiful eyes. "Wanqiang first layer," Nye Yuro said without thinking. Xiaoshan and Xiaolinger were stunned again. "Isn't the Vientiane level 1 warrior Nye Tian's opponent? This joke is a bit big. This Nye Wenyuan, why does he tell Jiumei everything?" Nye Tian blamed Nye Wenyuan in his heart, and said with a smile, "I usually play with the Great Elder, and the Great Elder always allows me." Nye Wenyuan is the 1st level of strength in Vientiane, but he feels that in a real life-and-death battle, he is not Nye Tian's opponent. He only said this when he was talking to himself, who knew that Nye Yuro heard it. "Oh." Akiyama nodded slightly. He guessed that the battle between Nye Tian and the Great Elder must be the elders of the family guiding the younger generation to practice. It cannot be taken as real. "Uncle Xiaoshan, how long do you think it will take for this long queue to finish?" Nye Tian glanced at the long queue in front of the carriage, deliberately changing the subject. Xiaoshan took a long puff of a dry cigarette and said, "Today is impossible. I guess it will have to wait until tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. The guards of the city will collect city fees from passing vehicles. This is a good opportunity for them to earn extra money, and they will be ruthless. Slaughter these outsiders. Tomorrow and the day after tomorrow." Nye Tian pondered and asked, "Then is there any other way to enter the city?" "Young man, are you in a hurry?" Xiaoshan coughed dryly. "I need to go to the city to do something important," Nye Tian said with a faint smile. Nye Tian planned to go to the Alchemist Guild first after entering Blue Cloud City. It would be best if he could get an Alchemist badge and become a member of the Alchemist Guild. This would ensure his safety and obtain many cultivation resources. Qiushan thought for a while, pointed to a narrow path not far from the official road, and said, "That road is the path leading to Baiyun Mountain. Baiyun Mountain is the place where the students of Baiyun Academy practice. Mountain, you can directly enter Blue Cloud City after leaving Baiyun Academy." At this point, Qiushan paused, looked at Nie Tian, laughed dryly, and continued, "Baiyun Mountain is very dangerous. There are all kinds of ferocious second-order spirit beasts, even third-order spirit beasts, and Baiyun Mountain people from the Academy are guarding, and no one other than Baiyun Academy is allowed to enter, and with your strength, it is impossible to enter Blue Cloud City from Baiyun Mountain." Nie Tian looked at the narrow path, and there was a hint of longing in his eyes. He nodded and said, "Just past Baiyun Mountain." Puff, puff, puff. Qiushan choked, looked at Nie Tian, and said in astonishment, "Young man, are you joking? Do I look like I'm joking?" Nie Tian smiled lightly, and immediately asked, "Why is Uncle Qiushan so familiar with this trail?" Akiyama's expression froze for a moment, and then he let out a long sigh. Xiuling stepped forward and said, "Uncle Qiushan used to be a student of Baiyun College, and he was the rookie king of Baiyun College. It's just that he was injured and his Yuan Mai was injured, so he left Baiyun College." Nie Tian frowned slightly and suddenly put a hand on Qiushan's shoulder, and a burst of energy penetrated. "Young man, you..." Akiyama was surprised, and immediately felt a warm current surging all over his body, and stopped talking immediately. Nie Tian withdrew his palm and said, "Your Yuan Mai is severely blocked, and it is difficult for Yuan Li to circulate. Although you are at the first level of Vientiane, your combat power is only around the 5th level of Yuan Ling. Recently, has your Yuan Mai been in labor pains from time to time? Feel? How do you know?" Qiushan was shocked as if he had been electrocuted. No one knew about his Yuan Mai except himself, but Nie Tian knew it clearly after just a little perception. It was really weird. Nie Tian smiled faintly and said, "You said just now that I am a 4th-level alchemist. Although I was wrong, it is not bad. I am indeed an alchemist, but I am a 2nd-level alchemist. 2nd-rank alchemist." Qiushan and Qiulinger were surprised at the same time. A 2nd-tier alchemist, although far less shocking than a 4th-tier alchemist. But Nie Tian admitted that the shock was completely different. An alchemist is a 1 in a million existence. A Tier 1 alchemist has a much higher status than a Vientiane warrior. Let alone a 2nd-tier alchemist, and such a young 2nd-tier alchemist. Sister Linger, you heard it. Roder is not talking nonsense. Brother Nie Tian is an alchemist. Nie Euro pouted her small mouth, very proud. Nie Tian nodded and said, "Qiushan, I have a way to heal your Yuan Mai. Do you believe it?" Qiushan's pupils shrank suddenly, and his whole body trembled. He suddenly jumped out of the carriage and fell to his knees.